London Bridge is down. That was the code used to notify the English government that the Queen had passed away. But life moves on, and the Queen's passing, sad as it was, meant a new monarch was needed and new titles were to be passed down to the royal family. In this video, we'll be looking at the new roles assigned to the prominent members of the family, such as the title of king, plus a new set of royals. First up, England will now have a new king. On the 8th of September, Britain lost its longest ruling monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, at the age of 96. Buckingham Palace announced the news to the world in their classic way of hanging a printed letter at the gate of the palace. It read that the Queen had passed away peacefully at Balmoral and that the King and Queen Consort will be arriving in London tomorrow. Yep, it read King, a title the Brits haven't used in over 70 years. Who does this refer to? The eldest born son of the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh, Charles Philip Arthur George. It's a long name, we know, and this didn't even include the family name of Windsor. The former Duke of Cornwall is 76 years old as he ascends the throne, which is in pretty strong contrast when compared to his mother, who became queen at the age of 25. The new king had a choice on what he wanted his official title to be, and well, he went with King Charles III. It's common to choose another name as your title. For example, when King Charles's grandfather became king, he was known as King George VI, while his real name was Albert. Guess King Albert doesn't roll off the tongue like King George, huh? Now, will he be as loved as his mother? We doubt that, given how he acquired a negative image with the death of Lady Diana and the conspiracies after that. But, well, at least he's not as bad as Prince Andrew, right? New pound notes will also now be printed as well that will have the face of His Highness. Time to switch to Apple Pay, Google Pay, or any other form, just not the money with King Charles's face on it. Moving on, what will Camilla be known as? There's no doubt that King Charles will have to face a lot of hate when he takes the crown upon his head, but there might be another person who'll get even more hate: Camilla. Considered to be the main reason for the drift between Charles and Diana, Camilla was widely criticized for her role in the family, and people expected her to drop the title of Queen Consort in respect for Diana, and instead be known as the Princess Consort. This, however, changed when the Queen herself stepped in to solve the matter. This year in February, on the 70th anniversary of her reign, Queen Elizabeth expressed her sincere wish that her daughter-in-law would be known as the Queen Consort when her son would take the title of king. The late royal wrote that at the time Charles became king, she wanted the people to support him and his wife with the same support that the people had given her, and also said that she knows that Camilla will continue her loyal service to the crown when given the title. Will the people actually do this? Yeah, no, we don't think so. This is the first time that the Queen publicly showed some sort of support or backing to her son's second wife after being against their marriage back in 2005. The title of consort is generally given to the spouse of the king or queen, and well, they can't be called king or queen because that's a title reserved for members of the royal family only. And the last time we had a queen consort was when Queen Elizabeth's father, King George VI, became king. Next up, William is no longer just a prince. Crown Prince. Prince William is now first in line of succession for the throne of Great Britain, meaning after the reign of his father, King Charles, William will be next. Before this new title, he was the Duke of Cambridge, and his wife, Kate Middleton, was the Duchess of Cambridge. However, the new Crown Prince title isn't the only new title awarded to William and Kate. Before Charles became King Charles, he was known as Charles, Duke of Cornwall and Prince of Wales. These titles are of no use to him because, well, he's now king after all, so they have been passed down to his firstborn son. The social media handles of both the Duke and Duchess were updated after the Queen's death and now include the new Cornwall title. Though the title of Prince of Wales hasn't been passed down to William, it's pretty likely that it'll happen. This will also mean that Kate will become the Princess of Wales, a title that was last bestowed upon Lady Diana because after her marriage to Charles, Camilla refused to take the title with respect to Diana. Maybe she isn't that bad after all. We're still unsure of what will happen to the three kids of the Duke and Duchess, like they already have the title of Prince and Princess. But who knows? Maybe the now second in line Prince George might get a new title, but it'll probably happen later because he's just 13 right now. But who knows? Because you can never know for sure with these royals. Now, what are the new titles for Harry and Meghan? Wait, didn't Harry resign from all of his royal titles and duties? Well, yes, but he still has the title. When Meghan Markle wed Prince Harry in 2018, they were given the titles of Duke and Duchess of Sussex. However, after the whole Oprah Winfrey drama, the rule-breaking royal moved to California and withdrew as a senior working member of the royal family. This move lost them the privilege of being called His or Her Highness, but it seems like after all this has happened, Harry might likely have to play his role as the king's second son. So does that mean that they'll also get new titles? Not really, because what titles are there left for King Charles to bestow on him? We just told you that Charles's former titles are most probably going to go to William, so unless a newly vacant seat of power opens, Harry and Meghan will continue as the Dutch and Duchess of Sussex. Though we can hardly imagine that this will bother them because, you know, they aren't the greedy ones in the family. Oh, but their children might be getting new titles. Before this, Archie and Lily weren't referred to as prince or princess because of some law passed in 1917 by George V. But now, since they're the grandchildren of the king, they get these new titles. Next, in other news, when will the new king be coronated? According to tradition, the new monarch gets the title immediately after the previous one passes away. That's why you see Charles being referenced as king already. So the question that we need the answer to is, when will he be crowned? Coronation is basically the official ceremony in which the new king or queen of Great Britain takes the throne and swears their oath. The ceremony will take place in St. James's Palace in London, and according to the BBC, it will take place this Saturday. Scary to think how quickly life moves on, like not even 2 days would have passed and a new ruler would be crowned. Next, people call for the BBC reporter to be knighted. BBC viewers all over the world are asking for the reporter Hugh Edwards to be knighted. What for? Well, for announcing the death of the Queen to the people of Great Britain. Wait, we know you're confused, so let us explain. There was a lot of speculation going around since the news of Her Majesty's ill health had been trending all over the media, and we weren't getting any news or confirmation, and then later we were told that she was comfortable. That seemed to ease the senses, so naturally the sad news was a shock to all, and it was obvious in the BBC reporter's eyes. He covered the news with red, teary eyes while holding back tears and sobs. It had already been a busy week for him after covering the change in prime ministers, and also seemed to know the news beforehand because he was dressed in the BBC dress code to address the death of a member of the royal family. Seeing him in that state, in his black suit, white shirt, and black tie, made the viewers feel his pain and wanted him to be a knight for holding all that back by putting his job first. Now that's professional behavior, and we're happy to see him get recognized for this, though only time will tell whether the crown will recognize it or not. And to wrap things up, King Charles's speech pays tribute to the late Queen. Although we took our shots at the king earlier on in the video, we have to admit that his role isn't easy. After losing his mother, he is supposed to enjoy what is arguably the most important day of his life and address a whole nation that is looking up to him. All this within 48 hours of losing his mother. In his speech, the new king paid tribute to his mother, reassured the nation in this tough time, and announced the plans for his reign. Even a king's life can sometimes be something we wish to avoid. That's a wrap for this video. What's your opinion on the new titles for the royal family? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.